All right, you're however many months postpartum and you have no idea why you cannot get any weight off. Literally, you have no clue why. You've been doing all the right things. You're eating right, you're exercising, you're taking care of yourself, you're going on walks, you're having plenty of water, you're doing all the things, and you still cannot lose weight. Frustrating, I know, trust me, I know, and I get it, and it sucks, and you're just like, I don't understand. You just feel awful about yourself, like you're already postpartum, and you're like, this sucks, and it's kind of making things worse because you're like, I just want to feel like me again, and you're just like, please, 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 just please let me see the scale go down, but you just don't. I'm about to tell you guys why you probably aren't losing any weight postpartum, even if you're doing all the right things. Maybe your situation is a lot similar to mine, so let's get right into this video. Okay!
Wish you were as big as I wish you were as big as I wish you were as big
I'm about to share why you guys may not be losing weight as quickly as you'd like postpartum, and I'm speaking from my own experience. I have a 1.5-year-old son. He's the cutest thing ever. Look at him, he's stinking adorable. He's all over my shorts. I post him all the time because I just can't. He's just so stinking cute. It's like a virtual gallery. Anyway, but be sure to check out some of my shorts if you haven't and you just want a quick little laugh for the day. I'm gonna share my experience as to why I could not lose weight the way I wanted to postpartum, and it was frustrating and nobody told me. I asked my OBGYN, I spoke to so many of my other friends that have kids, and like my situation, their situation, it just wasn't the same because I saw all my other friends losing weight postpartum, and I'm like, this sucks. Why can't I lose any weight postpartum? So you're probably not losing any weight postpartum because you're probably breastfeeding. Da-da-da! I breastfed my son for 9 months, almost 10 months. I pumped for like 10 months, but like by the 9-month mark, he was like over it and he just kind of started biting, and it was not fun. It wasn't fun for me. He thought it was hilarious biting me, and I was like, dude, I love you, but I'm not into this. Like this hurts. So like he kind of weaned himself off. I wanted to breastfeed for 1 year because I'm very like, woo, breastfeeding, like breastfeed, you know, it just seems very natural to me. Regardless of what you do, it does not matter. Fed is best. Fed is best. Just feed your babies, okay? I wanted to breastfeed my son. I breastfed my son. He didn't even like it after a couple months. He's like, no. So every baby's different. Whatever you choose to do, mama, good for you. Whatever you choose to do is right for you, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But that is best. And so 9 months of breastfeeding, I'm like, I really want to lose this freaking baby weight. If you have not seen my video already about how I gained 60 pounds while pregnant, and no, I did not eat McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell all the freaking time, okay? I did occasionally, like a normal person, okay? If you don't, wow, good for you. But I had some occasionally like a normal person, but I gained 60 pounds during my pregnancy, and I was like, all right, bet, baby is born. He was born 2 weeks early. He was born at 38 weeks. Yay! Because I was so over being pregnant at this point. So he's born and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna breastfeed. And from then I was like, all right, 6 week mark, I can get back into like feeling like myself again, get this like whole groove going. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna eat really well, I'm gonna do all the things, right? Everyone probably tells themselves that. And if you didn't, you are a stronger woman than I could ever be. Because I'm in my head, like, I gotta lose this weight, I gotta lose this weight, I gotta lose this weight. Like I hated seeing the scale postpartum, and I was like, this sucks. So 6 weeks comes by, I get cleared to go to the gym, start working out, doing all those things, and I'm going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. 3 to 4 times a week. My gym has, I specifically picked a gym that had like a daycare service, so they'll watch him for 2.5 hours. It's great. I would send them with my breast milk and everything in like this cute little cooler box and whatnot, and they were awesome. I love the people at my gym. They made my postpartum experience and going back to the gym such a beautiful experience, and I highly recommend if you are interested in going to the gym. But be sure you check those places out first, because you know, not every place is the same. Anyway, I was doing all the right things, working out 3 to 4 times a week, drinking plenty of water, eating really healthy foods, exercising as much as I could, going on walks, even if I couldn't get to the gym, doing a home workout, whatever it was, right? And I still could not lose weight the way I wanted to. I wasn't losing weight the way I wanted to, and I was very upset. It was very frustrating. It was very it just sucked. It sucked. I was like, why am I not losing weight? And I complained to my husband all the time. My husband would always be like, babe, you look great, you look beautiful. And you know, that's very sweet. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard that from your spouses, your partners, whoever's in your life, your mom, your dad, your siblings, whoever's supporting you through your postpartum journey has probably told you, you look beautiful, don't stress it, the weight will come off. It'll like just, you need a rest, you need to focus, you need to do this, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And it's just annoying after a while. You're like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to hear this from you anymore. Like, I'm over it. Like, thank you, but I just don't care. Just do not care about anything you're saying to me right now because you feel not like yourself. And that sucks. You know, everyone's like, you look beautiful. Like, don't rush it. The baby weight will come off. Blah, 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 blah. We've all heard it. You've heard it. You probably got sick of hearing it because I got sick of hearing it. I was like, look, you guys just don't get it. You don't get it. I'm a first-time mommy. I have a 1-year-old, and he is the most adorable freaking thing on this entire planet, and I'm sure everybody feels that way about their kids. At least I hope you do. Like your kids. I got a funny one, so I'm glad mine is funny. You know, he makes me laugh. He does like weird things all day. Very interesting. Anyway. It took me months. It took me almost 6 months postpartum to realize I was not taking care of myself properly. I was not going about weight loss the way I should have while breastfeeding. Because when you're breastfeeding, people always told you, I'm sure you heard, everyone was like, oh, the weight will come off when you breastfeed. You burn so many calories when you breastfeed. Don't stress it. It's all gonna come off. Like, just feed your baby. It'll come off. Blah, 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 blah. That was not my case. That never worked. I breastfed my son for 9 months, almost 10. I pumped for 10. I breastfed him like directly for 9 in this chair. And in this chair, he started biting me and he was like, thought it was funny. He would giggle and I'm like, this is not funny to me. This may be funny to you, but it's not to me. His dad also thought it was funny. I was like, babe, get out. You're making me mad. You're making me mad, get out. It took me 6 months to realize that I was not going about weight loss in the proper way when breastfeeding. I didn't even know that was a thing. Because nobody tells you stuff like that. Literally no one. My OBGYN never told me. My mom never told me. My mother-in-law never told me. Nobody else that I knew that had a kid told me. It's like people don't really talk about it. I don't know why. Because I'm over here feeling like I'm gonna freaking explode because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, I'm doing all the right things. I'm taking care of myself. And then, you know, when you don't see any progress or when you don't see any results with all the progress you're putting in, you just get mad. And then you just kind of mess it up and you're like, I'm gonna have McDonald's, and then you just have a bad week of eating. And then you just feel worse and you're like, dang, that sucks. That sucks. But it took me 6 months to realize that when it came to breastfeeding, my body was just not gonna shed the weight. And that's all it is. It's really just my genetics. I'm like, it's not gonna come off right now. It'll come off later and it'll come off slowly. And you know, like I said, I've lost 50 pounds. I gained 60 and my son is only 1.5 years. So in this last year, I had my son in 2022. It's 2022, baby. I thought that was really cool. And it was just, it sucked. Like, it was like, I don't have good genetics. That's what it is. I don't have good genetics, but you can work on it and you can fix it, and that's what I did. You just unfortunately have to try a little bit harder, and that might suck to hear. You gotta try a little bit harder. It is what it is. All right, let's get into tip number 1 as to how I lost weight while breastfeeding. My body, and maybe you're very similar in this way, and you guys let me know down in the comments because I'd love to hear your guys' stories and your experiences, but my body would not let me lose weight the way I wanted to while breastfeeding. My body's like, no, we're gonna hold on to this fat because we need this fat to maintain the breast milk in your body, and that's it. It is what it is. And I was like, all right, well, this kind of sucks. My OBGYN was like, you know what, Nadia, like, it's okay, like, your body, like, it's just, some people lose a lot of weight breastfeeding and others don't. She's like, unfortunately, you're not. It's not that big of a deal. You'll lose the weight. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to lose it now. I want to lose it now. So the number 1 thing I did, so tip number 1, the number 1 thing I did to start a different weight loss journey while breastfeeding, because your breastfeeding / your weight loss journey is going to look a little different, especially if the weight is not coming off the way you wanted to while breastfeeding, like what everybody told you. It'll come off. Don't worry about it. When you breastfeed, you burn however many calories. Blah, 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 blah. You've heard it. Okay, it's annoying. You appreciate it, but then you're like, okay, leave me alone now. I don't care. Number 1 thing I did was start tracking my calories. Start tracking your calories. I use this little health app. There's a bunch of them in the app store. Get whichever one you want. I have an iPhone. I think iPhone comes with like a fitness app too, but I didn't really like the iPhone version, so I downloaded another one. I'll put the little, what I have right here. So this is the one I'm using, and I really like this one. You can just scan things, it'll tell you all the information. There's more like advanced ones. I kind of just like this one. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything. I've been using it for the last year. I've been using it for the last year, and it really does help. When you're actually tracking your calories and trying to lose weight, you will realize how many calories are in like everything, and it's like so insane. You're like, oh, that has that many calories? And then you just start thinking about food in a different way. But we're not gonna get into all that right now. But that is the one thing you really do need to do. Start tracking your calories. I know when you're breastfeeding, everyone's like, oh, you need to be sure you're feeding yourself, fueling your body so your body can make milk out of that food and blah, blah, blah. You know, my mom said that to me, my mother-in-law, my OBGYN, everyone's like, make sure you eat properly so, you know, baby gets enough milk. But that's not necessary. I mean, yes, that's important, but breast milk is a supply and demand thing. My son, once he started solids, was already like, I don't want breast milk as much, and that's fine. So naturally, I had a decrease in milk anyway. And then I noticed once that happened, I actually started to lose the weight. Now I'm losing weight faster than I was before we started solids with him, and I'm like, this is awesome. This is so exciting. This is so freaking awesome. And I was still nursing him, which made me very happy. By like the 6-month mark, I also had to start supplementing with formula because my body just wasn't making enough milk. I was just very, very, very stressed out at work. Like my job had me running around so much, doing all sorts of things, which is fine, you know, that was my job, but it just stressed me out. Being a new mom, breastfeeding, trying to pump at work, all these things, so naturally my milk decreased. And when that happened, my son also started solid, so I wasn't that upset, but like here and there, I'm like, here, like you can have a formula bottle. You're not gonna explode, okay? Your babies will not explode. They will be just fine. That is best. He got, I'd say 75% breast milk anyway, and then I'd give him like a bottle or two of formula when I just wasn't pumping enough. Especially my pump sessions during work were not that good. I was just stressed out. I'm sitting there like, I need this to be over. I need this to be over. I gotta get back to work. Like that whole journey, we're not even gonna get into that. Tip number 1, be sure to track your calories, okay? The weight will start to come off when you're paying attention, okay? Weight loss starts in the kitchen. Everybody tells that to you. I know you've heard that. I know you've heard that. And if you haven't heard that, wow, I'm glad I'm the first person to tell you that. But everybody has heard that at some point in their life, okay? Whether you're breastfeeding, you're not breastfeeding, it doesn't matter. If you did not naturally lose weight breastfeeding, then you need to be tracking your calories if you want to lose weight while breastfeeding. Because other than that, it's gonna be really hard for you if you're not tracking calories, you're breastfeeding, and you're trying to lose weight. It's just gonna be frustrating. So be sure you do that. Step number 2, work out. And work out while counting your calories, okay? Because if you're not doing both, you can't just work out and eat McDonald's. It doesn't work like that, okay? Don't do that. It's not gonna work. Don't do that. Eat healthy, nutritious meals, okay? I've got plenty healthy, nutritious meal recipes on my page. Go check them out if you need to be inspired, okay? Be sure to check those out. I'll link those down below too, and in the little boxes at the end of this video. But be sure you're working out as well, all right? So step number 1, track your calories and everything you're eating. 2, be sure you're working out because it is important. It is crucial. You gotta move your body. Move your body. It's good for you. It's good for blood flow. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. It's good for everything. You're naturally gonna feel happier, and then you're gonna have a better bonding experience with your baby. Because when I was working out before tracking calories, I was just working out like furiously. Like I'm on the treadmill, like I just gotta get these pounds off my body. I gotta run all this fat off my body. That's all I could think about. I'm like, I gotta get all this fat off my body. I don't care how I do it. I will starve myself if I need to. Don't do that, okay? Do not do that. It will not work. It will not work. And I'm telling you from experience, it will not work. By not eating, nothing is gonna happen. You're just gonna be grumpy. You're just gonna be grumpy. Just go on a walk. Go on a walk. That's exercise, okay? Going on a walk is exercise. Go take that baby, go push it in a stroller, and go get your little workout on, okay? I did that all the time, and it does really help. And I know you hear it all the time, and you're like, oh, like, I don't wanna do this, blah, 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 but just do it. Just do it. Trust me on this one, okay? Again, I gained 60 pounds. I've lost 50. I've lost 50 in a year that I've changed the way I went about breastfeeding and postpartum. You gotta change things up. You gotta change things up. So be sure when you exercise, you're not just staring at the scale. Even though, trust me, I know it's very tempting. I know it's very tempting. I check the scale, honestly. I'm guilty. I'm very guilty. I will check the scale way more than I need to, but that's just not how our bodies work, and especially not if you have my body type and weight does not just come off your body. Okay, like you really gotta work, girl. You got to work your little legs off. You gotta work those legs, those arms, your back, everything off to see some progress. And it sucks. And you know what? Maybe at first you may notice a little bit of a milk decline, but again, supply and demand. Supply and demand. My son, I was working out so much and I still fed him all the time. Step number 3 when trying to lose weight while breastfeeding. Girl, go to sleep. Go to sleep. And that one's annoying. I know. Trust me, I know that one's annoying. Okay? But you really need to sleep. Okay? You need to sleep. Whatever version of mom you are, it does not matter. You need to sleep because your body needs to reset. It needs to relax. It needs to just shut off for a little bit and just do its thing and sleep. It is crucial. It is crucial, okay? Because I noticed when I was, and look, I know everybody's situation when it comes to a newborn baby is different. You could have a colicky baby. You could have a baby that sleeps perfectly through the night, okay? I did not have a colicky son, and I didn't have a baby that slept through the night. I kind of had an in-between. And I feel like a lot of people fall in between, and I'm just speaking from like friends of mine and colleagues and everybody that I know that have children and I've talked to them about. It's kind of an in-between. It really does take a village for moms to get that proper postpartum care to take care of themselves so they can take care of their baby, especially when nursing. I noticed when I wasn't getting any sleep, my milk supply decreased. I was not losing any weight even though I was trying to do everything possible under the sun I could to lose weight. It just was not happening. This one is gonna be annoying too. And trust me, I am a neat freak and I like my house clean and I like it a certain way. Sleep with the baby. Sleep with the baby. When the baby goes down to nap, sleep with the baby. I did that and it changed my whole experience. It changed the way I felt. It changed my eating habits. It changed my workout. I just felt better. You feel better when you're rested. That's just, come on. Just get some rest. Some people talk about how they're up all night with their babies and it almost, some people kind of make it sound like that's what it's supposed to be like. No. That's not normal. Like, that is not normal. Like, it happens, but like, ask for help. If you've got someone you can ask for help because you need it. You need to be well rested, especially when you're trying to take care of your body. Okay? Get some sleep. It will make a difference. And that one was annoying. Trust me, I know it's annoying. And a lot of you might be pissed about that one because I was pissed about that one. So that just brings me to tip number 4. Stay consistent with it. Stay consistent with it. If you're gonna continue to breastfeed like I did, you want to lose postpartum weight, then you need to keep tracking your calories, you need to keep exercising, you need to keep resting, and you need to keep doing all those things every single day. Not just when you feel like it. No. We're not doing things just when we feel like it. That is not how that works. And you know that very, very well. Okay? You know that very, very well. You have to do it all the time. Every single day. Day and night. Every single day. Okay? So you have to do tip 1, 2, and 3 all the time. Okay? So that's why tip 4 was consistency. Be consistent, girl. Be consistent. Okay, again, that tip was also probably really annoying because you're like, oh, I know I need to be consistent, but the baby, the laundry, the dishes, I gotta go walk the dogs, I gotta go feed the parrot, I gotta give the bunnies whatever they need. Everybody always needs something, okay? You need to take care of you. You need to take care of you, all right? You need to be consistent, and that means that you need to take time every day to do the things that I just told you to do. All right, last step when it comes to trying to lose weight while also breastfeeding, keeping a decent milk supply, and all the good things, right? Be patient. Be freaking patient. If you're not patient, you're just gonna piss yourself off. You're gonna be super annoyed. You're gonna be like, why isn't this working? I watched this video and nothing's working. No, honey, it'll work. It'll work. Like I said, I gained 60 pounds and I've lost 50 in the last year that I've actually been consistent, and I breastfed in that time frame, and it worked. It worked. You really do gotta be patient with your body because it will do what you want it to do if you give it time, okay? You guys have heard that term, patience is key. Patience is key, okay? You need to be patient. You need to be patient. It will not happen overnight. You may see a drop in your milk supply at first, but it'll be okay. Like when I first started counting my calories and I was breastfeeding, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to feed my son again. I'm never gonna be able to breastfeed him again. I'm an awful mother, and all these things. Like, we're so mean to ourselves. We're so freaking mean to ourselves, and it's so not fair. To wrap this up, just know, if you are struggling trying to lose weight breastfeeding, it is not your fault, okay? It is not your fault. Try not to feel awful about yourself, okay? We do that enough. We do that enough. Like, let's not continue to make ourselves feel awful about things we literally cannot control. Just do what you can, and the rest will fall into place. Do what you can, the rest will fall into place. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I appreciate you guys supporting this channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it a lot. It helps me so much. Subscribe if you want to continue to see stuff like this. Be sure to check out my other videos here on YouTube. Show some love. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I love you. Bye!
Wish you were